Auzubillahi Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In this short video, we are going to introduce you about the syllabus, books, and paper pattern for the ninth class English subject. And here we are. Let's beginning with the name of Allah Almighty. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. And here is the agenda of the short video. This is the introduction to the English ninth class. And the second one, we'll talk about the paper pattern, and then we'll talk about the syllabus. And syllabus means the kind of books that we are going to read in this session of ninth class. Well, here it is, the beautiful scene over there. And I wish all of you be there and visit all these things. And surely English language will help you to go there, obviously. But for that, you need to pass that ninth class first, and then metric, and then go on. Well, this is your dream, and you can go over there and enjoy for this. Remember to enjoy things around you. Before enjoying things around you, you need to put work, really hard work into it. Well, there is a syllabus books and its contents, and here is the first book that is called English book, and you must have bought this book, and you can see this. It's the book for ninth class, and this is the book that we're going to read about it. The next the book that we will study in this year is English Grammar and Composition, and this book will be equally suitable and advisable and recommendable by the board for the both ninth and 10th years. And part of the book of we will read this in this year, and the part of the book we will study in the next year. Well, there is the detail of the book. The textbook, there are 12 units and 3 reviews, and including 2 poems in it. And what we need to do with this book, and let's continue it. Here is letter, story, dialogues, comprehension, correct use of verb, tenses, and change the voice. This is the topic that we will read in this grammar portion. Okay, next one. Here it is, the paper pattern. After reading of almost 1 year, when we will be ready for the examination, this type of things we will see in our paper. As you know, most of the paper will almost every paper is divided into objective type and subjective type. Here it is the objective type, and it will contain 19 marks, and you will have 20 minutes for to solve this question. The very first question, question number 1, comprises different parts. The very first part is correct use of verbs. And correct use of verb is a new term for you. For this, need to know what are the verbs and how do they behave in a sentence, how they are used in a sentence. So correct use of verb will be taken from the book. No problem at all. There will be 5 MCQs and 5 marks of grammar. If you know the verb and their formation and the forms of verbs, and for that form of verb, soon you can watch my video on the website. Well, the 5 MCQs, and then next comes the correct spellings, and it's again from the book. There will be 4 MCQs, and 4 marks are there, and you can get it very easily. Spellings are mostly students who come from English medium school. They can do it very well. It's not a big deal for them. And the third question is word synonyms. Synonyms should be the also word synonyms. Synonyms means word meanings. A word has so many meanings, shades of meanings, and while reading the textbook, you can come across with these different meanings. It's not a big deal. There will be 5 questions, 5 MCQs, 5 marks, and we can get all 5 marks in this synonyms. And then the come next one, the correct option according to grammar. If you have somehow of the grammar rules, you can get easily 5 marks. And this is all about 5 marks, 5 marks, 10, 10 and 4, and 19 marks are there. And people, most of the students get easily 19 marks out of it. It's not a big deal. Okay, then come to the next. Well, there is a paper for you. This is the latest paper. You can see that I shall be dash the paper then, or I shall be dash. This is the techniques that we will study in the class. It's not a big deal, but here you just can see the correct form of verbs for 1 to 5, and then here comes the correct spelling, environment, tradition, architect, and January. It's, I think, what is written over there, journey is written over there. Well, then the next one is correct meanings of underlined words. It's again synonyms. For example, eloquence. You know the meaning of eloquence, followed with 4 option. And when you will read this book, and when you go through this book, it will be all easy for you to solve this question. I don't mean to solve this question and tell you how to all these things before teaching you book, but till just this is for a kind of a matter of introduction. So there is another paper, same pattern. You can stop the video and you can read it by yourself, and you can also check whether you can solve it or not. You can see your status and level. The next is a paper pattern for subjective type, and the question first one. It comprises of 56 marks, and time allocated at 2 hours 10 minutes for you. And then the short questions, you will be given 8 question and you have to solve 5 question. It comprises 10 marks. And then there's a translation into Urdu. You will be given 3 paragraphs, and you need to translate 2 paragraphs only into Urdu. It means that 3 paragraphs written in English taken from the book will be given in the paper, and you just need to select 2 paragraphs and then translate into Urdu. It comprises 8 marks. And then next comes a summary of the poem. There are only 2 poems in the book, and this wonderful thing is so easy. And you have to memorize summary or the poem, and it carries 5 marks, and both of things will be there. You will be given an option to summary the poem, or you can write the explanation of the stanza. I hope so. You know the mean. What do we mean the stanza? Some selected lines taken from the poems, and you need to say that, explain this, and with the paraphrase it. It's so simple. And you see that if I can tell you, you can this is just for the average student, not for the above average student. You can read both of the poems and learn it. You can just prepare one poem. uh, you can take one poem, select one poem, and prepare its summary and its explanation of stanza, and you can, both of the things will be there, and you can select any one to get maximum marks. You can get 5 out of 5 marks. And then comes use of words, phrases, idioms, sentences. Means word sentences, and that's what you have been doing for the last 3 to 5 years, from sixth, seventh, eighth. It's so simple. One word will be given, and you need to make sentence of it. 8 words will be given, and you have to select only 5, and for the 5 marks. Okay, that's all. Next one is the same subjective paper, subjective type. Next question is letter. You have to either select letter or story or dialogue writing. All 3 things will be there, and you just need to focus on whether you can write letter, or you can write story, or you can write dialogue writing. It's so simple. It's not a big deal. For 8 marks, and out of this 8 marks, you can get very easily 7 marks. It's not a big deal if you know the pattern, if you know the style. And already these letters and story will be taken from the text, from the grammar book that is already mentioned. And the students who have gone through the English mediums, obviously you have come through sixth, seventh, eighth class, and you're a good in writing. You can write your own. Your writing skill is very good, so you don't need to cram it actually. But the best thing is that, and the easy thing and the good thing is for you, is that these letters will be selected from the book even. And but you people are good enough to write your own letters, so it would not be a big deal for you. Next one is question number 7. It's comprehension paragraph 5 out of 5. I mean 10. It means that one paragraph will be given, followed by 5 questions, and each question will carry 2 marks, and total will be 10 marks. Again, very simple. The students who have passed 8th grade exam from DPS, it's very simple for him, because there are unseen passages, and there are very difficult questions to solve, and you can do it very easily. So this is not a big deal. And the wonderful, very good things for you is that these comprehension passages are already given in the grammar book, and you just need to read it, and you know that the answer, and after that you don't need to cram it. So simple it is. So simple it is. You know that the students of DPS can get very easily 70 plus marks, because their English is already very good, so they don't need to put attention into it. The only problem they face is in translation, because they haven't been taught how to translate from one language to another language. This has been a matter of great trouble for the students, but with the passage of time you can learn it. So sentence translation is there. you will be given 8 Urdu sentences, and you need to translate those Urdu sentences into English. Again, if you know the tenses, if you are master in tenses, for that, how to get your tense, how to master your tenses, there is a video available for you. Soon you can see it, and you can master your tenses. Not a big deal for you. Okay. Next one is change the voice, active, passive. You have been doing it already in 8th grade. It's quite simple, quite easy, and you can change from active to passive and passive to active. It's quite easy. It's not a big deal. Well, here it is, the sample paper. You can read it and you can enjoy it. I'm not going to solve it right now because it is just an introductory paragraph, introductory lecture for you. Well, anyhow, the last one, world is yours, let's shoot for the moon. क्या मतलब है इसका? सितारों से आगे जहां और भी हैं, और तेरा जौहर है नूरी, पाक है तू, फरोगे दीदाए अफलाक है तू, तेरे सैदे ज़बूं फरिश्ता हूर के शाहीन शहे लौलाक है तू. So keep on working, keep on striving for the best, and the world is your oyster. Thank you very much. I hope you must have enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, do let me know so that we can solve your queries. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.